installing Amphenol compression connectors on 1/2-inch air dielectric plenum cable. Our first step is to mark our cable to make sure that we get our proper preparation dimensions. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to disengage the front half of my preparation tool. And I'm going to line that up end to end with the cable itself. I'm going to use the marking lines that are already on the prep tool to give myself line 1 and line 2. And I'm going to use these lines for preparation and connector installation. I reassemble my prep tool. Insert the cable end into the prep tool end, and I'm going to use the low speed setting, and I'm going to prep all the way to line 1 or 2, maybe a little bit past it. I'm going to disengage, immediately remove the front piece, and the back piece is going to be used on the high speed setting to prepare my outer conductor and inner conductor at the same time. We want to make sure when we prep our cable that we prep to the peak of corrugation, not the valley of the corrugation. Very important. The way we can check that is we can use our guide and simply set the teeth of the guide into the corrugated valleys, and we'll see that our line lines up with the exposed end, meaning that we have prepped to the peak of the corrugation. Now we're going to need to remove any excess dielectric that we see hanging out. We want to make sure that the dielectric is flush with the outer conductor. We can use a small pair of cutters for that. Usually a little bit easier than trying to use any needle nose pliers or anything else. We do want to make sure that we do not score or damage our center conductor in this process. Now, we have some exposed dielectric, we still have some dielectric left over. We can use our dielectric or foam remover for that. We can just simply insert that in there and pinch it down, pull it off, and we can remove all the dielectric from the interface at that point. Now we still need to remove any debris that has fallen inside the cable during the preparation process. For that, we just use a shop vac. Now we're going to use the alcohol pad that's provided with every single Amphenol compression connector, and we're just going to clean the outer conductor and the inner conductor. We want to remove any corrosive elements we may have left behind with our fingers, or any pin-producing elements as well. Now that the cable end has been cleaned and prepared, we're going to install our connector on it. We're just going to slide the connector on. We're going to push down until we can hear a click. We should be able to hear and feel a click. There we go. And once the connector's on, we're just going to give it a quick test pull just to make sure that we're properly seated. We can remove our dust cap. And using our rigid RP210 compression gun with a proper adapter, we can insert the connector. We do need to make sure that the cable ends, the connector ends are firmly seated against the compression tool surfaces. And we simply engage the compression tool. Once we're done compressing, we give it a test twist and a tug to make sure that we're properly seated on there. And the last thing is we replace the dust cap to prevent any pin-producing materials from entering the interface.